First of all, good afternoon from Munich. So I'm really happy to today present our concept of a future smart sensor for process analytical technology applications of the future. And today I give this talk as a representative of the working group Arbeitskreis Prozessanalysentechnik, which is a working group of the Society of German Chemists and the DECHEMA. And this working group is the topical leader in the field of process analysis and process analytical technology in the German-speaking region. And the main concept of this working group is a trialogue between users, manufacturers, and the academia. We provide a very broad network and are always happy about new members. And from a technical perspective, we provide education and training in the field of process analysis, networking, and support new emerging technologies in this field as well. And sometimes we even establish new methodologies together. Myself, Kristina Elsen, is employed at Daiichi Sankyo Europe. It's a global pharmaceutical company based in Japan, having about 15,000 employees worldwide, and we produce new and generic medicines, as well as we develop new methods for drug discovery and delivery. My responsibility, together with further colleagues at our global production site in Pfaffenhofen, which is close to Munich, is paving the way towards an automated and intelligent production of currently more than 80 million blisters and about 2 billion tablets each year. And soon we will also provide oncology products. So being both a member of the extended board of the working group Process Analytical Technology and knowing the daily business of process industry by my own job, I'm convinced that staying competitive regarding quality, environmental and economic demands in the future, we need to adapt to the evolving customer needs as quickly as possible. So the industrial needs of the future, or actually the current industrial needs, are shorter product cycles, a flexible production, direct assessment of product quality and raw material attributes, transparent life cycles, and also an efficient and sustainable production. So to sum up, in future, to keep or let's put it like that, keeping the required product quality while making ideal use of equipment and resources is actually the future of process industry. And to meet these needs, we need to be smart. That means in general, we need new smart production strategies. And we, in particular for the process analytical technology, this means we need new and holistic concepts. And how now to transfer those needs to the field of process analysis. We tried to present and discuss this in the frame of 2 featured articles, which just recently have been published in the Journal of Analytical and Bioanalytical Chemistry. And those articles been authored by 4 people: Tobias Eifert from Covestro, Christoph Herwig from Technical University Vienna, Michael Maywald from the Bundesanstalt Materialforschung in Berlin, and myself. And for this talk, I want to focus on the second part of this article, dealing with our concept of future smart sensors. And here it's important to point out that we envision a smart sensor as a system having full PAT functionality. That means it's a system to design, to analyze and control the process to ensure product quality and process safety. So as our hypothesis, we define the future smart sensor, or the minimum level of properties of a future smart sensor, as the following. A future smart sensor needs to measure multiple components, needs to be self-calibrating and self-optimizing, needs to be easy, yeah, easy to implement into the process, especially with regard to process connections and communication. It should, yeah, maintains its operation autonomously, should be smart, should be predictive. And by those features, concepts like a target-oriented predictive control strategy should be possible, and also compensating process and raw material variations, perhaps also in real time, should be possible by this concept. So how should, yeah, such kind of a smart sensor concept look like? What kind of workflow, data flow, IT infrastructure flow is necessary for that? And this we try to put in a sketch, as you can see on the slide here. And as you see, this concept is based on two main pillars, which is on the one side the physical twin, and on the other side the digital twin. And for the next minute, I want to go with you through this sketch and explain item per item, as well as its features and requirements. So let's start with the physical twin. The physical twin actually delivers the data from the process about the process state, the chemistry, the chemical compounds, and this by means of smart field devices. And those smart field devices, from our point of view, should have the following features. The smart field device should be able to communicate, should be able to interact, and for example, should know what its neighbor device did during process development in the lab, so it should know its history. It also should be able to connect to neighbor sensors and actuators. Furthermore, a smart field device has internal functions, for example, for maintenance. So the field device tells us, the user, when it wants to be maintained and repaired. It has process connections. It has built-in safety. It has already regulatory specifications implemented, which really would ease its process installation and also enhances the reusability of the technology, finally. So, and we are convinced that if the future or a smart field device possess all those features, we can optimize, so to say, the yield of chemical information we can obtain from the process, and with that support the respective control strategy, which is actually based on those informations and the parameters measured and obtained by smart field devices. So if the information from the smart field device is in the next step as data transferred to the second pillar, which we call the digital twin, the data can be in this digital twin environment, be pre-processed. They are set into a context. They're analyzed, and that by means of statistics, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. And with this set of tools, we are able to correlate the information obtained by the physical twin with, for example, process performance or quality attributes. But they only will enable us to correlate. They won't explain us why those two parties correlate, and this can be managed by, in addition, implement so-called mechanistic models, and with that develop hybrid models. We already had a talk about hybrid models last Friday, so I won't give any details on this. But in the next step now, we have these hybrid models, and we now fuse the knowledge and the data from the digital twin, respectively physical twin, in a cyber physical system, we are now able to execute such kind of hybrid sensors in real time. We connect them to an IoT platform, to historians, and then are finally able to develop advanced feedback process control strategies. So if you now think of that process states derived by hybrid models could be the future, we also could think of that we can use such kind of hybrid sensors as kind of redundant estimates to the field devices and use them to calibrate the field devices. For example, you could think of the process changes, the raw material changes, and the smart field device directly connects to the hybrid sensor and gets recalibrated or optimized. So with this connection in the cyber physical system, we actually ensure that the data and the knowledge from the physical and the digital twin is connected all over all data and IT infrastructure levels. So here we actually put in the 4.0 relevance. And if we now even go a step further and think of such kind of smart sensor applications in the PAT environment, new intelligent PAT applications are digital twin-based experimental design, digital twin-based optimum control, continued process verification, go batch controls, and so on, just to name a few. So our concept aims that smart sensors shall be simple to use, maintain, and calibrate by supervision of digital twin intelligence and a plug-and-play integration in a cyber physical system. So far, so good. That's a very nice theory. Yeah, to bring this into reality, yeah, we for sure need to fulfill several requirements, and those requirements mainly deal with standardization and modularization of process connections and connectivities. In the last few minutes of my talk, I want to yeah, talk about those requirements to yeah to pave a way how to transfer individual PAT sensors, which yeah we already have in the plants, can be yeah transferred to those smart sensor systems. So we propose a few levels of integration and implementation. This are yeah, this is not a fixed set. It's just a recommendation. It's an idea how this could happen, how this could become reality. First of all, we need agile approaches for software development and deployment. I think DevOps techniques are already known, but they are not really established in the software as a service field or in the IT/OT environment. So here we need to adapt those technologies for our needs. Second level is data agility. From our point of view, software as a service cloud solutions are the future, because such kind of solutions currently are the only solutions which provide the agility to exchange data and also for model and digital twin life cycling to enable such kind of smart sensor concepts as we envision them. Second, probably one of the biggest work packages to manage and probably one of the most difficult ones is the holistic data management and data analysis. So here we really need to push topics like data connectivity, including standardization of the interfaces and also including consistent data models. So we need not only data availability, but we also need to extend this to develop concepts how to holistically analyze data from different data sources. So what we have in the daily business is we have data from we have time value pairs from the process. We have data from spectrometers. We have data, we have images, we have data from laboratory notebooks. We have information from LIMS, MAS data, and so on. So how to analyze all those different data sources in a consistent and comprehensive way is a very big task to fulfill. Furthermore, what comes after the analytics, it's somehow the question how to present and visualize the modeling results. And for that, we also need standardized analysis platforms and agreements on dashboards for knowledge display. Very important. Next level of implementation is model and digital twin agility. Here we propose that we need a flexible environment for capturing and deploying knowledge, but it needs to be still validatable. That's especially important for life science industry and food industry. So here we are strongly relying on authorities. We are strongly regulated. So here we need to develop strategies to stay flexible, but also to be validatable. And here we could think, for example, of defining workflows which can be validated. For example, workflows for model development, for deployment, for maintenance, management, and so on. And putting a kind of a monitoring algorithm on top for outlier detection or model performance. Last but not least, interdisciplinary curricula. I think this is also extremely important that we talk about standardized workforce development. So we need to ensure that the expectations regarding training and proficiency are uniform across the industry. So here we need to think of how to get the people all on the same level, how we can manage training, perhaps using augmented or virtual reality as a support. Data science schools are also possible in industry, not only in university. And by this, I want to sum up the main messages of my talk. So I presented a concept of the future smart sensor from the perspective of the working group process analytical technology. And we are convinced that the future smart sensor is the key enabler for intelligent PAT applications and also for smart manufacturing. And for that, a smart sensor should consist of chemical and process information, which can be delivered by the physical twin, for example, by means of smart field devices. Consist of process intelligence coming from a digital twin environment, which generates the knowledge from the multi-sensor and multi-dimensional data from the physical twin. And if we fuse those two pillars in a cyber physical system, we finally can develop the intelligent and new and holistic PAT applications I mentioned initially. But to turn this into reality, we need to work, the PAT field need to work a lot on standardization and modularization regarding interfaces and data modeling. And as a kind of toolbox, we proposed different levels of integration to turn individual sensors, which are currently already in place, to smart sensor systems. And for that, I want to thank you for the attention, and I'm open for question and feedback.